Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm recording this video, it is on a Sunday, and let's see the standing. Let's see. So, some people have already played a lot of games. I recommend you guys play. We have until the very end of the month of the Astro battles. This is 1v1, so anyone could sign up, play whenever there's a matchup. So I recommend playing it, and I recommend you playing as quickly as possible, because if you're a higher ranked player, you definitely get host, and that's a big advantage in my opinion. So there's that. Moving on, just to show you the graphic of everything. So all of this month, you play in the ladder, and then on the tournament day, March 13th, is the playoffs of this ladder, and then the open major, which you have seeding from this right here to where you'll be seated in the major. So there's that. I'll put a link in the description down below. So another thing, they made some changes in the handbook, so full details can be found in sections 7.24 and 7.2.5. New relegation format, LCQ and roster lock adjustments. So let's just take a look at that. 7.2. What was it again? It was 7.24 and 7.25. Alright. The bottom two teams, based on Pro League standing, will be relegated and forced to re-qualify for their Pro League spot against the top challenger teams following each major event. The Pro League relegation tournament will feature the top 5 eligible ranked teams based on challenger points. The winner of the relegation last chance qualifier and the bottom two teams from the Pro League. If a relegated team chooses to dissolve their roster prior to the Pro League relegation tournament, their spot in the Pro League relegation tournament will be filled by the next highest ranked challenger team. The Pro League relegation tournament will begin with round robin group play in day 1 in a 4-team double elimination bracket on day 2. Teams will be split into groups of 4, and the top 2 teams from each group will move on to bracket play. The last chance qualifier for the Pro League relegation tournament will take place on Sunday following each major event. February 27th. Only the winner of this last chance qualifier will secure a spot in the Pro League relegation tournament. No additional spots in Pro League relegation tournament will be awarded via the last chance qualifier. So I've been saying this a bunch, that there should be at least some kind of open tournament, which they're finally doing. So I guess they noticed how weak the competition is in this Pro League, so that's why they are doing this, which is good. 7.2.25 roster locks. All teams, including relegated teams, are allowed to make one roster change following each major event. Must keep 3 players. If more than one roster change is made, then the team will forfeit their spot and be forced to re-qualify as a challenger team. So I'm assuming you can't do those like last minute roster changes or whatever. So there's that. The roster lock for relegated teams and teams that have qualified for Pro League relegation tournament takes place on the Thursday prior to the Pro League relegation tournament. After which point their roster will be locked for the duration of the split. Once a team has qualified for the Pro League, they will have until Thursday after the Pro League relegation tournament to confirm their substitute player. Okay. Interesting. The roster lock for non-relegated Pro League teams take place on Saturday following each major event, after which point their roster will be locked for the duration of the split. Interesting. So once you qualify, you basically have less than a week to find a substitute. So there's that. KCB Jacko made a tweet. I need this remote in my life. I agree, brother. I agree. I need that too. We have another tweet here from Fiercely. Let's translate. Friends, there is a fake account pretending to be mine instead of an L. It's an I. As you saw already, reacted to the situation in the second image. So here you guys go. So if you guys get any weird messages from them, you know, it's a fake account. Emraid, he said FA, but really they're back together, that team. Moving on. Abolix, him thinking, and then you have Kraz, like old times or what, take me back. So we could see Abolix and Kraz come back and play these 1Vs. So there's that. With the hashtag Gears of War Prime to release Gears 6 within a few years, which PvE modes would you like to see return to Gears? You can only pick two. Honestly, I would want both. But in real honesty, I would love Overrun and Escape. Escape brought in a new way of playing things. Like you had to get a certain time, you know, complete these levels, and it was kind of difficult. You had to level up your characters and stuff. It was good, and I think it's Overrun or Beast Mode, but I'm gonna say it's Overrun. You have Cog humans and Locust humans, and I think that's the best way to do it. Horde is way too boring. Remember playing it and falling asleep, and then Beast Mode is just like Overrun, but the AI is Cog, so it's like I think Escape and Overrun would be the best, in my opinion. But in all honesty, you should just have all of them. They had 3 different teams work on 3 different games, so why not have 3 different teams working on the same game? You know, would be a lot better. For the Edays, we had great action, but United won 3 times now in a row. Team Queso 3-0 Discipline. Discipline has not won a single ass map in Edays or Pro League, so they're just completely ass. Pioneers 3-1 Hive. Fury 1 3-2 Rebel. United 3-2 Rise. Then United 3-1 Fury 1. Pioneers 3-2 Queso, so that was a close game. And then United 3-1 Pioneers. Moving on. What people don't understand. These are new Astro gaming beamers. You literally see half of a second into the future bar. So this was obviously near the end of the game. So they're just trying to be funny and stuff like that. 3 weeks in a row, as you guys see here. Hndles won Astro Gaming Player of the Week. So you had 2 PK members, a Rebel member, a KCP member, and we'll find out, you know, next week who the final Astro Player of the Week will be. After losing to EU last week in Pro League, KCP needed to come out this week with the hunger to prove they are still the team to beat, and Hndles did exactly what his name says, Hndles business. With a big win over Rise, he proves he's still hungrier than ever. So it kind of just, they've proven themselves to be like that 3rd-seeded team, or like 3rd best team. Right now it's like Eunited, PK, KCP, and then Rise, so I guess, but any of them could beat any of them. I think they're like the top 4 best teams regardless. Here's the major stuff, so let's take a look at that. Split 2 major event, yada yada. So obviously if you guys go to live.gearswar.com, make sure you use the same email as you were to play on your Xbox, the Microsoft account I should say, and just leave the stream open, collect those beautiful skins. As you can see here, here are all the seedings, so we'll do something about that later on. Probably like next week we'll make a video on it. Probably like after the Pro League, so we have 100% confirmation of what the teams are going to be. We'll know what the challenger teams will be, at least the seeded ones. But yeah, there's that. Each of the 4 pool groups will be consisting of the following teams. So this is how the bracket's going to be going. Got Eunited probably going to be ranked number 1. Then I think Hive, I don't know. Like I said, we'll talk about it later. Pool play tiebreakers, overall record, head-to-head record between tied teams, head-to-head map win percentage, and then overall map win percentage. So there's that. Best of 1 tiebreaker, bands, yada yada. The prizing, not so much. It's probably one of the lowest prizing ever. 1,500 for 7 and 8, 3,500 for 5th and 6th. For 4th, you get 8,000. 3rd, 16,000. 2nd, 30,000. 1st, 56,000. Pretty rough, to be honest, for the prizing, for the prize pool. Here are the standings as of right now. Again, they have not won a single map. F&I probably going to be 9th. Hive probably going to be 8th. Fury 1 has the potential to be 6 or 7, these 2 teams. But I think Team Case will beat Fury 1, so I think it's like guaranteed this is what it's going to look like. Rebels probably going to be 5th. Rise has the potential to take that 2nd spot still. Pioneers, they're going to have to play against PK, so that's a big matchup. I don't know. It's going to be tough. We could close that. We already seen that. Here's a troll tweet from Tidy, said FA Gears, but he was trolling. As you can see, I'm joking, so there's that. Zoom, he had a nasty clip. Might as well watch it. Against Team Queso. God damn, why is it loading so ass? This team is full on trolling. Unacceptable there. Jipping McLeod announces that he'll be coaching. So I don't know what team he's coaching, but he is coaching, so there's that. Cardia ×2 with the Rapids. Says finding motivation is hard these days. So obviously, you know, F&I and Hive, they're dealing with internal roster issues, and then also Rebel. To collect the 2nd, that's just what we play for. I'm surprised that no one cares about that tournament, because for the other one, I think I'll put a full roster that if they want to play it. So interesting to see with that tweet. I don't know. I don't understand what he's saying, but there was a situation where we had a scrim with them, and we weren't the only team that had a scrim with them. During that day, United had a scrim with them as well, and one of their players, not going to mention any names, was just ignoring everything, didn't care, which is crazy to me because we're the best team in the Challengers, and then you have the best Pro League team, and you're not going to scrim them, which is kind of wild to me. Scrimming is for practice to learn those mistakes, and sometimes you're gonna have rough times, and sometimes you're gonna have good times, but not only gonna improve if you're gonna play. And to have a player on his team not caring is just ridiculous. Moving on to the challengers part of things that's gonna start today. There's some interesting teams just to show you guys. Not in this page. Right here, you got Ottens, B-God, Prospect, and Rocher. Was Riflame, but they're playing with Rocher. It's the old man himself. As you can see here, T-Gaming, they're all together. No roster changes. Then you got a new team here. Emissive, Cinema, Speedy, and Temp. Then you got, pretty sure another roster here. This team is pretty good, but they're playing with J0 now. So there's that. Then move on. This team, they're playing with Exceedings instead of Brutes. And then interesting roster here. You got Yachty, Pell, Scabsy, and Blast. They all playing. Top Gun, they picked up Flames. Oh, Triggers is not on this team now, so that's interesting right there. And then you have this team. Don't know who their fourth's gonna be, but you got Flashmers, Jays, Move, and Godreds. Back out of that. And for the, as you guys saw, for the top 4 teams and challengers, let's see. Let's go to split 2. Go here. So you go to Challenger Series. Look at the teams. So the top 5 teams have a chance to qualify. Obviously, no one's going to catch up to us. Pretty sure RDMK and Living Esports have that lockdown, and Casa de Papel. So it's literally that 5th spot. You got the El Suicide Squad, the Casa de Papel R2. The Saviors have a chance. T-Gaming have a chance for that Pro League qualifier. Avengers, Superiority, New Blood used to be, but not anymore. Certified, not anymore. So, still some teams that can, but no offense. Even teams that are just starting now won't be able to catch up, like the PAL and stuff. But if there are rosters that do break up, there's opportunity. But no offense, but if there was a relegation, I still think FNI is good enough to make it. Our team's good enough. RDMK is solid. This team is solid, but I don't know. I don't think any other team would be. Maybe one of these 2 teams potentially could make it, but these 2 teams definitely have to show out, because honestly, they should be up here with these teams, but it is what it is. Yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll probably post another one on Monday on who succeeded in the challengers. Probably going to be the hardest challenger tournament ever, since you got Kenny's, Summons, and them in that team, and then you got Pell in that squad. Former professionals playing this Sunday, so it should be good practice for the boys. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and peace.